almost went out the other side, but it was picked up by Henry Bloomfield, the American number 8, but stolen by England and chipped on there by the USA. Great pickup there. Tremendous pickup by Josh Lucy, himself a World Cup winner. Can Lucy go all the way? Just tripped at the last minute. There goes Tom Rees, heading for the corner. Now they want to release this ball quickly, which they do. Perry gets it away. Barkley looking for options. Mike Caddick was, in fact. And there is Robinson. He will not score a try easier than that.
Well, it's been a while coming, and it's had to come when the United States have been reduced to 14 men with one less centres away. But they had plenty of people out there, and they could have easily moved it by hand, but just as effective was the Mike Cack kick.
Take a look at this. It was started off by Lucy. Lucy evaded 1, 2, 3, 4 tackles and then just offloaded it. Then they received second phase ball there. Cat, a little chip across. Knew exactly where Robinson would be. In fact, there were 2 England players, weren't there?
Well, as I say, there could easily have been a couple of missed passes to have the same effect. The huge overlap on this open side here.
Well, certainly the American winger there, Celeste Sika, was just sucked into the play. He just left Robinson a huge amount of space. Ollie Barkley, 3 from 3, 100% record so far. Just a little chip forward, and it just faded past that right-hand post. And Jason Robinson certainly will be absolutely delighted. I think it's fair to say Jason Robinson will retire permanently after this World Cup. I bet he's delighted to get on the score sheet. Scored, of course, in the World Cup final 4 years ago. I bet those two have talked about that a few times.
I would have thought so. I would have thought so.
England 14, the United States 3. Just 4 minutes to go before the end of regular time in this first half. The Americans have still got 1 man missing with that yellow card, of course. There's the try scorer. It certainly would be more convincing if England got another score before the end of this first half. And they're trying to run it. That was a poor pass. And straight over the head of Jamie Noon. That was scrappy.
Well, I can understand the intent, but the execution was poor. Yes, the Americans reduced in the 3 quarters. They're out of an inside centre, so all of their defensive alignments could be all over the place.
The referee just saying he's going to play on. That player doesn't get up. It can't be long, actually, before Isikia comes back on after his spell in the sin bin. Big number 5 there goes around looking for a pass from Todd Clever. It was stolen. Tom Rees once again doing great work. Certainly I think the England back row have been working well together, as you would expect from 3 men who belong to the same club. So just slight hold up there for an injury. I think it's his lower back. Certainly a big back.
Yeah.
And a little bit of concern there by Pete Thorburn on the left-hand side of the screen. Did you ever have problems with your back?
Well, 1 or 2. I had a disc which kept on popping out of alignment, and of course the muscles would go into spasm.
Very, very painful. We can just relive that moment there of the first England try. Similar position that Jason Robinson scored the try in the World Cup final, but it was a bit more difficult than that one. So play will recommence, despite the fact the injury is still there on the far side. There's Vickery. A lot of music being played in the background, so there's a real carnival atmosphere here. But so far, the crowd haven't been enjoying carnival style rugby. Little steal there. Oh, hands all over the place. USA got possession. Drop goal attempt perhaps. That was beautifully executed. Oh, it just lacked a couple of meters or so. So Mark Cueto away for England. Goodness only knows why he didn't pass it to Jason Robinson. Just losing a bit of ground there was Lawrence Delalio. And this is where they really have been lacking in this first half, as Mike Kant gets it away. The quick possession that can come from situations like that. And that's when defenses can be caught out. But here are the United States on the counter-attack. Very, very high kick. Cueto. Sean Perry just trying to head it backwards. Good kick. Excellent kick. And that will be a great position for England to attack the Americans' throw-in.
But they need to have done more of that. I mean, they should have been doing that from the start of the game rather than trying to play the running game. There's Ollie Barkley. What a fantastic take that was.
Yeah, beautiful.
Concentration on the ball there.
That was the drop goal attempt. It wasn't far away, was it?
It wasn't.
Severely under pressure from the England defence. Now then, USA hang on to their own throw there. Simon Shaw just peeling off. There's the ball, little kick over the top. But England, if they get this, could counter-attack from here. Robinson, nobody better in the business, but is closed down very, very quickly. And the England line standing quite steeply now. Coming up to the end of normal time. It's pushed away to Josh Lucy. Lucy goes inside, trips over Jamie Noon. Space here. There we go. That's a try for England. Ollie Barkley. Very simple in the end, but it's been a long time coming. Right on the stroke of full time.
Well, you expect gaps to appear when you're down at inside centre. Such a crucial person in terms of defensive alignment. That was much better from England. They were recycling the ball well. They were moving the ball away from contact, putting the passes ahead, and they were getting some momentum on it.
Well, that was certainly the best three-quarter move there has been, with the exception, of course, of that little trip there. But this was good. Good hands. Very good hands indeed. So 5 more points for England's fly half. And in the end, of course, like all good things, it looked very simple. And Josh Lucy it was who just tripped up there. And Perry really done nothing wrong during this game. Beautiful hands by the lock forward Ben Kay. You forget actually sometimes just how clever some of these lock forwards are, like Simon Shaw. Simon Shaw's got great hands. You see him do it week after week for Wasps. So Ollie Barkley now. This will be right on the half-time whistle. There it is. Jonathan Kaplan blows for the first period of 40 minutes. So England, their first half of rugby in the 2007 World Cup. Not totally convincing, but they are leading the USA by 21 points to 3. Sheridan, Reagan and Vickery will have to just take care. So we're getting ready now to start the second half. Defending World Cup champions England up against the United States, and currently England leading by 21 points to 3. And the outstanding player, certainly the outstanding point scorer, Ollie Barkley, getting ready to restart. That was the guy, Asakia, USA number 12, who spent a bit of time in the sin bin. He's now back on. So the second period of 40 minutes. Barkley for England. And that is so close to the line. America take it. The referee there just saying, play on. Kaplan. Mr. Kaplan to you and I. Just Mark Cueto there just knocking it forward, but the referee playing advantage. Look at the England defence lined up right across the pitch. Little bounce there, straight into the arms of Lawrence Dallaglio, MBE. And referee will come back. There's Dallaglio with his Wasps teammate, Joe Worsley. That was poor by Mark Cueto. The first scrummage. Sheridan on this side for England. Certainly been touted by some when he started his international career as a saviour of the British front row, but he's had his ups and downs, hasn't he?
Well, it's interesting, as a front row forward myself, I think he would be far better suited to play on the other side of the scrum. He's got such a long back. You know, loose head is actually quite a technical position, and you need to try and get underneath the tight head, which with your tall is very, very difficult to do.
That's the sort of thing your countryman Tom Smith was so good at.
Absolutely. And you look at Carl Haymans for New Zealand. He's made the tight head his own, and he's a big, tall guy, 6'5".
So Perry for England, just looking for that ball, swings it across midfield, and eventually it does make touch. Perhaps that wasn't the original intention. But just up by the 10-metre line. There's Mike Catt. Great survivor in rugby terms, isn't he?
Absolutely. I mean, incredible longevity, and fortunate not to have too many serious injuries.
Lawrence Dallaglio almost getting a hand to that, but USA coming away. If they can get this pass away, it'd be useful. They're certainly being closed down there. So Leslie Sika almost got away. Oh, now was that a mistake? No, it wasn't eventually by Josh Lucy. I thought he might have left it just a little bit too long there.
Well, it was interesting. Josh Lucy came flying up off his wing there, and almost gave the Americans an overlap, but shepherding that ball into touch.
Well, if the Americans had managed to get a hand to it, it was 3 against 2 there for the USA. And that ball there, tidied up by Lawrence Dallaglio. Mike Catt once again goes into the scrum half position. He's done that a lot today.
Well, American put in. What a great attacking position. I'm sure Ashton won't be happy that his side has started off the second half 5 yards from their own try line.
There's a famous face, World Cup winner on the right-hand side, Steve Thompson. He was presented to the crowd at the opening game of France-Argentina the other night. He's also coaching, I believe he's coaching in France, actually. So here we go, a great chance for the USA. They've only got that solitary penalty at the moment, but they've lost it there. And certainly, I suppose you could say that England really turned the screw on the Americans on that occasion.
Well, it's a great English drive. They really got the bit between their teeth, and it's incredibly demoralising when you're in a scrum that's going backward at that sort of pace, that's for sure.
And that presumably means the man we were just talking about before, Andrew Sheridan, who we can't quite see at the minute. That's Mark Raven. Sheridan must have pushed his heart out on that occasion. Oh, my goodness. So away goes Perry. Oh, dear me. You could hear from the reaction of the crowd what they thought of it and what Sean Perry thinks of it too.
Well, he didn't need to take that penalty. I mean, he was inside his own 22. He could have kicked a touch and gone for a really long touch if that's what he wanted to do. But no, look of exasperation on Brian Ashton's face here.
Well, Brian Ashton is known as a methodical man, a great planner, great tactician. And surely he can't be happy with what's happened here, but here goes Sheridan. Josh Lucy shouting for it. And this is where they want quick ball. They got it, but it was a bit messy. And they've got to recycle it quickly, haven't they? Chance here. Big kick coming in from Catt, the alternate to Ollie Barkley in the outside half position. And there goes Sika. Popped it up for his fullback, Wiles. Now then, there's the big prop forward who hurt his back in the first half, Mike McDonald. Seems to be okay now. And all of a sudden, the USA have stolen the initiative, and here we go. Celeste Sika